area is an SEC West rivalry with a winner taking home the Golden Boot Trophy. It's time for the coin toss now, presented by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything. Arkansas has lined up for the kickoff, and we're ready to get this one underway. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. So here comes the offense taking the field for the first time today. Tackled outside after a nice pickup. From their own 31-yard line. Second down. He gets out to about the 32-yard line. Fires quickly, and he's got his man. And they push him out at the 46.
That was a really nice play on the ball by the receiver for a substantial gain and a first down.
From the 46-yard line, first down. Passes it to the middle of the field. Tackle made at the 42. Anderson gains about 4 yards there.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
From the 42-yard line, it's second down.
It's our time. It's our time.
Nice run, and he's brought down.
That's a D5 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
He gets out to about the 35-yard line. Third down has been the charm on this drive.
It's been all about execution. When it comes to calling the right play at the right time, they've been able to do it here.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 35-yard line. Quick throw out to the receiver. And they make the stop right around the 22-yard line. That one's more than good enough for the first down.
Well, Brad, that is a great play by the quarterback to find his target past the marker to keep this drive moving.
And this is the 8th play. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. Got it and brought down immediately. Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down.
Check back 27. Check back 27. Set. Oklahoma. Motion, motion, motion. Reset, reset, reset.
Here's the throw, and I don't think he got anything on that.
Gain of 3 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and inches.
Here's play number 10 on the drive. Williams on the give. He's taken down right around the 12-yard line. First down, pick up by the tailback.
You can see how comfortable this guy is with that football in his arms.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 12-yard line.
Set. Blue 19. Blue 19.
He scrambles. And he's going to be sacked for a loss.
The protection broke down. The defense was in the backfield in a hurry, and they brought the quarterback down. Nice play.
Second down, 15 to go. Ball on the 17.
Hot set. Blue 14. Blue 14.
And he's tackled at the 15-yard line. This is the 13th play of this drive. There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Throws it. Looks to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown. Hold everything, folks. There's a marker down. Let's get the call. They'll give this one another try after the flag.
And on third down, too. That's when you don't want those kind of things to happen.
So again, a third down as the offense lines up. Fires quick, tipped.
That was a nice play. Anything you can do without being penalized to prevent the offense from moving forward is always a plus.
LSU could take the lead with this field goal. It has the distance, and he got it.
Boy, he had plenty of distance there and pushed it through. Very impressive leg strength.
3-0, LSU. Excellent kick. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Well, here comes the guy that we've all been waiting for, our player to watch this game. Jefferson's vision, his patience, Kirk behind center, really makes him a complete player.
And, Brad, both of those attributes are especially important anytime you're out on the road and you're playing in a hostile environment. This kid is really cool under pressure, and no matter how loud this crowd's going to get today, I don't think he's going to have much of a problem of blocking them out and playing his game. Little stumbles like these can kill your offensive progress.
So the penalty makes it 1st and 15. He's tackled around the 19-yard line. Throws it to the halfback on the screen. Tackle at the 19-yard line. Looks like the defense was in man coverage there, fellas, and that's why they stopped that screen.
Yeah, and when the secondary isn't dropping back into zone, it makes it difficult to have success with that kind of screen play.
It's arguably the loudest crowd in the nation, and they are turning it up a notch. Delivers to the halfback on the screen. He's out to the 30, and he's shoved out of bounds around the 33-yard line. And that was a really well-played series by the defense. Fletcher is waiting for the snap. And down he goes, the 37-yard line. It's a new possession for this offense, so what will it hold? LSU is up a field goal. They go with a run, and he's taken down right around the 38-yard line. From their own 38-yard line, it's second down. Up the middle for a nice gain.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Hey, number 8's coming. Number 8's Mike. Here we go.
The quarterback in the gun. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers in the formation. The ball pops free. Recovered by the offense. Picks up the fumble.
Williams recovers the fumble.
That's a pretty big mistake, and this offense will lose possession of the football.
Sloppy job by the ball carrier. First and foremost, you should always be concerned about the ball.
And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan. Gets to about the 17-yard line. From the 17-yard line, second down. The 10. Touchdown, Arkansas. Great call by the offensive coordinator.
Big time play, taking that ball all the way in. Maybe the defense wasn't expecting a run.
He makes the PAT. A quick two-play, 19-yard drive, and they come away with a touchdown. The score now, 7-3. Looks like they're ready for the kick. Nice kick, plenty of distance. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. The Razorbacks really came prepared to play defense today, and the plan is working.
Well, so far in this game, you've got to tip your cap to the defensive coordinator. He has clearly done a very good job of getting his team ready to play, and they have done a nice job of slowing down this very explosive offense.
You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and play. He gets out to about the 28-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
It's 2nd and 7. Ball on the 28-yard line. They'll give it off here. He fights forward to about the 30.
That's good for a gain of 2 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide. On the throw, incomplete pass.
Anderson is the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up 4th and 5.
He gets it away, and this is a really nice punt. They bring him down, and they bring him down hard on that one. They moved the ball very effectively on their last drive, which ended with a touchdown. The defense has been talking it over on the sideline, trying to make some corrections. Let's see if they can stop them this time. And he hits him hard at the 41-yard line.
Gain of 6 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
So it's 2nd down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. Arkansas is up 4. And down he goes at the 50.
Gain of 9 on the play. First down.
Man left, man left. Go down, go down. Nice for the 1,
Brought down around the 40-yard line.
Called a gain of 10 yards. That'll make it 2nd and
So it's 2nd down, and they're only about a foot away from picking up the first down. He's gobbled up in the backfield.
Well, these days, you've got safeties playing up close to the line of scrimmage, almost like a 4th linebacker. The only way that you can keep them from cheating up is to take some chances downfield.
They're one of the loudest crowds in the country, and they are on their feet. He's going right. He'll try to knock this punt down inside the 20. Little too much leg into that punt. They'll bring it out to the 20.
Can this defense play any better? I mean, these guys have a great tradition. They live up to the billing today. Now we're starting to see whether or not this team can get it done, and if they are, then I think the defense should go down to the offensive side of the field, talk to their own offense, and try to get them fired up to go out there and get some more points on the board.
Green 15.
He's on the run. Now he's going to run, and watch out. They'll bring him down at the 31-yard line. From their own 31-yard line. First down. Finds his man, and they take him down immediately. That's going to do it for the first quarter. We got a good one so far. Arkansas's up by 4. Set to resume action here in the second quarter, and we've got a tight ball game. And he's level at the 38-yard line.
That's a gain of 2 on the play. Third down.
Third down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Nice run up the middle.
Intelligent, decisive play to pitch it out to the tailback on the option. He had more room to run and picked up some quality yards.
Scrambling around. They'll make the sack.
You know what happened there? The offensive line was so focused on picking up the blitz, they forgot about blocking the defensive lineman.
Defense looking for another sack here on this 2nd and 13 situation.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Give to the running back, and he's going to lose yardage.
That'll make it 3rd and 13.
Blue 9.
He steps out at the 46-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 4 yards. That'll bring up 4th and 9.
Singletary is back deep to return the punt. And here's the... Wait a minute, the up-back's got it. Unable to pick up the first down, and the ball will change hands. There hasn't been too much daylight between these two teams. In games like this, some players try to press too much, and that can cause mistakes. Arkansas is up by 4. Here's a screen pass, gets it to the back. He's knocked out of bounds at the 38.
Gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on 2nd down. Straight run, and he's brought down in the backfield.
Well, you can really mess with an offense's game plan if you can take away their ability to run.
Always a noisy place to play and tough on the offense. Tackle made at the 26-yard line.
Gain of 14 yards. First down.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 26-yard line. Quick out to his receiver. And they make the stop at the 15.
That's good for a gain of 11 yards. First down.
And he throws it away.
Great job by the defense at getting after that quarterback. And right now, I think they've got him with some happy feet. He appears to be a bit rattled.
From the 15-yard line, it's 2nd down. Run play, and he'll lose yards. Arkansas holds a 4-point lead. Under heavy pressure. Quick strike to the receiver. Touchdown.
These poor guys in the secondary look like they're still trying to catch up with him. He's gone in a heartbeat.
And he converts the extra point. They line up to kick this one away. He sends this one deep. He's to the 20. Tackle made at the 27. You think about the challenges these two teams are facing. On one side, you've got to find a way to keep building on your lead, and on the other side, you've got to find a way to get back in it. He's taken down at the 30. From their own 30-yard line. Second down. He fights forward to about the 33.
That'll make it 35.
Out to the tailback, and he dropped it.
Can't ask for much more than a 3-and-out. Great job, defense.
Singletary is back deep to return. He's taken down at the 26. The Razorbacks over the years have had great quarterbacks. They've got another one. He's proving to be that here in the first half, and he's the true leader of this group right now.
Leadership. You hit the nail right on the head. This team is moving the football, but it has everything to do with this young man and what he's been able to do for them. Because it's, again, he's making great throws. He's making good checks at the line of scrimmage. But the thing that's standing out to me is his leadership and the way this team responds to that leadership. And that's why this team right now has played as well as they have.
From their own 26-yard line. Second down. Nice run, and he's brought down.
Third down.
Quick throw out to the receiver, incomplete. These special teams have done it before, blocking punts. It looks like they're coming after this one. He's to the 40, brought down at the 43. Let's see if this drive has a more rewarding conclusion than their last, which ended with a punt. Now he shows his running ability. To the 10. And they finally tackle him at the 5. It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here. He's going to try and scramble. And he's tackled at the 1. Touchdown, Tigers!
It takes a lot of strength to run it when you're heading into a massive pile of bodies. Good job of holding on to it and getting it across the goal line.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. And he got all of this one. Great kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. Arkansas is up 4. He goes downtown. Can't connect. Second down, 10 to go. Ball on their own 25. And it's caught, and he's brought down quickly.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
These fans are showing you why teams hate to come here, folks. And that'll bring up a punting situation.
It's a good hold by the defense on 3rd down. Now their punt returner will get a chance to make something happen.
Fletcher to punt. Gets to about the 41-yard line. In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. They'll wrestle him down in the backfield.
That's a 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
From their own 39-yard line, it's 2nd down.
Set, 10-19.
Throws it in a hurry. And he's taken down at the 48-yard line. He scrambles. Runs with it, and he's got room. Knocked out of bounds at the 36. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 36-yard line.
Check. Alert Sam. Motion.
Now he tries to buy some time. Boy, this defense really came to play today.
Well, they said before the game that they wanted to put a lot of pressure on this quarterback. They sure stuck to that plan.
So it's 2nd down and 13 yards to go following that quarterback sack. Now he's scrambling. And they got him.
Sometimes it's just a relentless pass rush that results in a sack. That's what happened there.
15.
Third down now, and they need to get it to the 26. They come out in a 5-wide set.
Set. Hut. 3.
There's a flag now, and this most likely is going to be on the defense. They'll line up for another third down play because of the penalty.
Well, here you're in a third down situation, and then someone makes a mental mistake. It makes your blood boil if you're a coach.
The penalty digs them a big hole with 3rd and long. Going with a run and a very physical play here by the defense. Just nowhere for the ball carrier to go as the linebacker met him in the backfield.
Boy, what great play recognition by this linebacker. He saw the run was coming, and he just shot through the gap and made a great tackle.
He goes out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
Sometimes it's not the huge distance, but precision that you need from your punter. Nicely done.
Arkansas is up by 4. He throws. So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 12. Runs it and tackled in the backfield. Loss of 1 there for the halfback. LSU's going to take their first time out of the half. I don't know if they'll be able to hear his cadence in the midst of all this mayhem. They go with a run, and he's going to be stopped short.
That is just a great play getting into the backfield. This guy is so quick that the ball carrier never had a chance.
And watch out, they're going to bring the heat right here. Booming kick. Looking for the corner. He's pushed out of bounds around the 35-yard line. Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wideouts. Nice catch, first down. He's knocked out. First and 10. Ball on the 19-yard line. Pitches it. He's got the corner. Touchdown, LSU. So the kicker will line up here and try to give his team a 3-point lead with this extra point. And he hits the PAT. A quick 2-play, 35-yard drive, and they get it in for 7. So our score, 17-14. LSU lines up for the kickoff. He just drills this one. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Jefferson's play at quarterback has been kind of what we expected. He's one of the best in the country. The only problem is they're lacking in some other areas right now, I think.
Well, I think this offense is doing everything that they can to be able to win this game, but that's why it's a team sport. The offense and this quarterback that we expected so many great things from, they can only do so much. And eventually the defense and the entire group, they're going to have to play well if they want to get out of here with a victory.
Nearly picked off, but he couldn't hold it.
Boy, Brad, this guy drops an interception, and what's ironic about that from going to the meetings the other day is that this guy's been telling the coaches he wants to play some wide receiver. You wonder why you're not playing wide receiver? Because you can't catch the ball as a defensive back.
Tackled after a decent pickup.
That's a D4. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
From their own 29-yard line, it's 3rd down. This crowd can really be intimidating for an opposing team. Sanders takes it right side. And he's tackled after positive yardage. We've got a great game here, folks, as we reach the end of the first half. LSU's got a 3-point lead.
Hi, everybody. Glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Bruce Davis, David Pollack here in the studio as always to lend a little perspective to what just went down in the first 30 minutes. This game's been everything we anticipated it being. Each team matching each other blow for blow. Just a one-possession game at this point. What do you expect to change things in the second half?
Well, it's always fun to watch two teams in two games match up the hype. And we talk about it all week and how big this game is, and it's going to come down to players making plays. And, you know, the big play is something that we continue to beat into the ground, and which one doesn't give that up? A lot of times, you know, games are lost and won by turnovers and giving it away and making that crucial mistake. You can do everything right and you can execute right, but it just takes that one misstep, that one turnover to really put you in a bad position or a bad situation that can determine this game. That's what it looks like it's going to. Both teams executing well. Who's going to make a big mistake?
Just about ready to start the second half. We're going to watch all the games around the country, including some coaches who like to sample the surface that they're playing on. I'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the cafeteria. You want some turf, some AstroTurf or anything?
Yeah, if they've got some, I'll chew on that in the second half. Here's the second half for you to chew on with Brad and Kirk.
And we welcome you back to the action here, just about set for the second half. Excellent kick.
Well, this is a competitive game. It's fun to watch these two teams go back and forth. Just when you think one team has the edge, the other gets right back into it. This is exciting.
This deficit can be easily overcome, sure. But they have to be thinking if they don't get something going on this series, the burden is going to be felt by their defense. Brought down around the 27-yard line.
That's a gain of 2 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 8.
From their own 27-yard line. Second down. Handoff, and he's met in the backfield.
By the time the running back here got the football, he's looking up and he's got a couple defensive linemen closing in on him because they were able to slip off of their blocks. Really is nothing he could do at all there. That was more of a miscommunication and just getting overmatched up front by the offensive line.
Really one of the very tough places to play in college football, and it's no different today. And they get nice yardage on that run. Fletcher awaits the snap. He gets out to about the 38-yard line. We're about set to start things up again. LSU has a 3-point lead. Scrambling around, and down he goes around the 38-yard line.
No gain. That makes it 2nd and 10.
From their own 38-yard line, it's second down.
Take four. Set. Oklahoma.
Up the middle for a nice gain.
Gain of 6 yards. 3rd down.
Set. Oklahoma.
Nice play across the middle. He's tackled around the 24-yard line. So let's see how the defense responds now. It's first down and 10.
Down.
Tackle made right around the 6-yard line. down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. 5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun. So they'll lose about a yard on the design quarterback keeper.
Loss of 1 yard on the play. That brings up 2nd and goal.
LSU holds a field goal lead. Tackled after a decent run up the gut. This is where the defense makes a name for themselves. It's 3rd down and goal from the 1. He gets rid of this one.
Good job here by the defense. If you let this quarterback set and throw, he'll kill you all game. But they got excellent pressure on that play.
Now he's flushed and they got him. And so now the ball's turned over on downs. There's still plenty of time to keep running their offense as usual here. I don't think they need to feel any anxiety about trailing. He's to the 20. He's out to the 30. And he's taken down at the 40.
That's over the game, 31 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Looking to capitalize on the big run. Now it's 1st and 10. Brought down after a nice run up the middle.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
He's taken down at the 45-yard line.
He gets another set of downs and, more importantly, opens up a whole host of play calling possibilities for the coaching staff.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line. Completes it, and he's hit hard immediately.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
They'll bring him down right around the 50. Where in the world was he going on that run?
Well, that's a good question. I thought for a while he got his directions messed up.
3rd down, and they need to get it down to the 35. Slings it. And they make the stop, the 47-yard line. Trying to change the field position with his kick. This one will go into the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 20. Both squads are digging in now. Let's see what happens on this next drive. LSU is up a field goal. Has some daylight. He's out to the 30. He's to the 40. Tackled at the 43. From their own 43-yard line, it's 1st down. He's going to air it long. And he's tackled at the 20-yard line. it's 1st and 10 with the defense trying to regroup after giving up the big pass. Completes it, but he can't shake the defense.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
That's another first down, Brad. And right now, you can just really feel and sense the rhythm that this offense is in. Their ability to pick up first downs is pushing this defense further and further down.
And he's hit immediately. So it's 2nd down and about 2 yards to go. So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. He's going to try and scramble. And they bring him down for a sack on the play.
Loss of 7 yards on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 9.
It's 3rd and 9. 9 yards to the goal line. LSU is up by 3. Quick pass. And he's taken down at the 1-yard line.
Number 13 on the tackle at the 1-yard line. 4th down.
They come out in an empty backfield. He's got to throw it in a hurry. Got him. They tried to throw for it, but ended up getting sacked. This deficit can be easily overcome, sure. But they have to be thinking if they don't get something going on this series, the burden is going to be felt by their defense. And he's hit before he can go anywhere.
That's good for a gain of 12 yards.
From their own 20-yard line. 1st down. Nice run, and he's brought down. A gain of about 4 yards on the draw.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Makes it to the 34.
Gain of 10 yards. 1st down.
1st down, 10 to go. Ball on the 34. And he's tackled right away.
Number 1 makes the tackle at the 46-yard line. That makes it 1st and 10.
And he hits him hard at the 43-yard line.
That's a great play by the defense. There's nothing like a defense being able to slip off of a block, get into the backfield of the offense, and then make a play in the backfield to be able to create some momentum possibly for this defense.
2nd and 13 coming up here. Ball on the 43. He makes his way to about the 48.
That's good for a gain of 9 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Decent run here, right side.
Gain of 7 yards. 1st down.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line. He's at the 30. He lost the ball.
The ball just kept scooting all over the place on the sideline, and it finally skipped out of bounds before anybody could claim it.
We're at play number 9 of this current drive. Brought down right around the 14-yard line. A nice looking play that time.
Well, the defense was blitzing here, and again, great recognition by the quarterback to find the hot receiver.
From the 14-yard line. First down. Runs it left for a decent gain.
Game of 6 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Here's the 11th play of the drive. So at the end of 3, the Tigers lead 17-14. Great 3 quarters of action, tight ball game, and now it's the 4th quarter, and this will decide it. Nice run up the middle. Good run by the quarterback.
The thing that impresses me is the decision-making. He sees it opening, decides to turn it upfield, and gets a nice gain and a first down.
It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here. And he is drilled at the 4-yard line.
That brings him 2nd and goal.
Play 13 of the current drive. And down he goes at the 1.
That makes it
3rd and goal, and they can already taste the lead. Really a tough spot for an offense to be in against this crowd in this stadium. He dives, and he'll be marked down. Kicks away, and he's got it. Arkansas kick this one off. He just drills this one. He's to the 20. At the 30. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 41.
Well, that's what it's all about for these guys. If you can turn up the pressure, you'll create more chances for your defense.
This defense has had success getting after the quarterback. This is the time in the game when each and every play has meaning. This is when things get a little prickly. You need your playmakers to really come through here. And he's tackled after positive yardage.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on 2nd down. He's at the 40. Gains his way to the 36-yard line. He scrambles. And that was a nice pickup by the quarterback.
Brent, I think this guy's amazing. He has an uncanny ability to scramble, and it showed right there on that play.
From the 25-yard line, it's first down. tackled around the 17-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Four down, four down. I'm coming for you, 47. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
They're eating up a lot of field on this drive. I'm really impressed with their ball control.
First down, 10 yards to go. 14-yard line. Got an opening. Nice run there as they work the outside.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
Nice run there. This is the 8th play of this drive. And they get him in the backfield for a loss.
That's a loss of 2 yards on the play. That makes it 4th and 4.
They'll line up for the field goal, and this is nothing more than a chip shot. Kicks up, and the field goal is good. LSU ready to kick this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Well, I'm sure the return man would have loved to go for 6 that time.
Brad, it's a big drive in this game with the offense getting the football late in this game, thinking about a tie, maybe taking the lead. Interesting to see the mindset of this defense. Are they going to be aggressive, or are they going to have more of a bend but don't break mentality, looking not to give up this go-ahead touchdown?
2nd and 5, ball on the 30-yard line.
Brings him 2nd and 5.
Throws quickly, and it's almost intercepted.
Hey, that's a heads-up play there by the defender. Get those hands up, and something good may just happen.
You expect this every time you're here, and you're never disappointed. This crowd is amazing. Looks middle, got his back. And that was a nice stretch for the D there.
Yeah, they really cranked it up a notch on that series.
Fletcher is waiting for the snap. Tackle at the 47. Pretty good job by the return man there. You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way. LSU holds a field goal lead. Tackle made right around the 44-yard line.
Well, that's just a good call from the defensive side of the football. They know what this team likes to run, and they got the better of them that time.
It's 2nd down, 12 to go. Ball on the 44.
Check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Set, cut.
Scrambling around, and he's sacked.
You know, that time, I think he saw the pressure was coming. He tried to make a play as a quarterback, and I can understand that. But eventually, you've got to be able to get rid of the football before you take a sack. That is a minus for the quarterback.
Four down. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Set, 10-19. 10-19. Cut.
Passes, and it's almost picked off.
Number 17 was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 4th and 12.
These special teams have done it before, blocking punts. It looks like they're coming after this one. He puts it away, and it's a great kick. This punt goes over the goal line, and this will be a touchback. Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're one play away from a very different ball game. Makes it out to about the 29.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1. Brought down after a nice run up the middle.
Gain of 4 on the play. 1st down.
Tackled outside after a nice pickup.
Gain of 5 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6.
From their own 38-yard line. 2nd down. He's on the run. Now he's going to run and watch out. That's a great tackle at the 48. They'll get the 1st down.
He made the correct decision to tuck it and go.
1st down.
Less than 3 minutes in the game. On the ground, left side. He's at the 30, to the 20. And they finally bring him down at the 11-yard line.
37 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Looking to capitalize on the big run. Now it's 1st and 10. Caught, and he's hit immediately.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
They'll bring him down at the 9. So the quarterback keeps it on the option, but he'll lose a yard. Here's the 8th play of the series. They're one of the loudest crowds in the country, and they are on their feet. Touchdown! And now they're winning this ball game. Jefferson's throw was remarkable, and this quarterback we've been talking about all game comes through.
Unbelievable throw by an unbelievable talent. We've been talking about this guy all day, and for good reason, and he delivers when his team really needs it.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. Little ready to kick. And he got all of this one. Great kick. He's to the 20. He makes it out to maybe the 23-yard line. You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way. Less than 2 minutes in the 4th quarter. Now he tries to buy some time. And he's going to come up with a sack. And the senior steps up and comes away with a crucial sack.
Yeah, this game is coming down to the wire, and I don't think the O-line could have given up a sack at a worse time.
He's scrambling. Tackle at the 34. He's going to try and scramble. They bring him down.
Good job. Check. Right lane. Set. Oklahoma. Motion.
Now he's scrambling, and they got him.
This quarterback has to do a better job of avoiding the rush because sacks can be real drive killers.
3rd and long now after the sack. Stays in bounds and made a nice catch. He scrambles. And they make the stop at the 49. The quarterback trying to make a play.
Well, he did a nice job of getting some yards there on the scramble, but he needs to learn to slide to avoid those big hits.
Down. Blue 42. Check. Alert Sam.
Boy, was he drilled as he let go of that football.
Yeah, he's going to feel that one tomorrow.
And so it's another 3rd down upcoming here. Under a minute left. Well, you can see the elation on the defensive coordinator's side of things, and why not? His defense just came up with one of the biggest stops of the game in a vital spot in this 4th quarter. And if they don't convert here, then the game is over. So a big stop on 4th down here late in the 4th quarter. Here we are late in the 4th quarter, and this is what this game has come down to. Every possession's going to count, and this could be the one right here. He'll go down to one knee. LSU's called their final timeout. So it's 2nd and 12. All on the 48-yard line. We should just see the quarterback take a knee right here, winding down the rest of this clock. This crowd can really be intimidating for an opposing team. And the ball game's over. The Razorbacks come out on top, 24-20. So, Kirk, how would you sum up the action in this one?
They've talked about the rivalry all week long, and for good reason. We saw the intensity down on the field every play, and it showed us why these teams love to hate each other. It'll be interesting to see how this game carries over the next time they play.
That does it for this edition of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brad Nessler saying so long.